What is up, guys? Smash Bros. Pro 33 here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This is a underused match versus 6FtHax, also known as Leo, also known as Superior Skills. He knows by many names, but he is a cool guy, a great battler, and you don't know him. Please, what are you doing on my channel? Check him out, please. It's for your own good. He's an incredible battler. He has like almost 4,000 subscribers, I believe. Let's get him to like 10,000 or whatever. He's really cool, and he's a good battler. So anyway, looking at his team, threats are Snorlax, plain and simple. Snorlax and Weavile to an extent. I have my team by winning again. Actually, if you saw, I actually replaced Porygon Z with Weavile, but this was before then, because I realized I have too many special attackers, and Weavile actually fits the bill for really good coverage. It beats Chandelure one-on-one, barring Timid Scarf, and I might run Jar on my Weavile as opposed to Adamant, but that's a whole nother story for when I get that in order for Wi-Fi. And they also actually replaced Arcanine with Victini. And so, yeah, my team's really coming together. I really like it. I peaked number 10 in the UU ladder on Showdown with this team. So without further ado, instead of talking just about me, let's get on with the match, shall we? So Leo is going to lead off with his Roserade, and I'm going to lead with my Raikou because Raikou is my best lead. I know he has a Gligar on his team, and I'm going to say Gligar because Leo is such a grammar Nazi in terms of that, because everyone calls it Gligar, and he says it's wrong, it's Gligar. Anyway, I'm going to switch out into Empoleon here. I'm not really fearing the Roserade, and I highly doubt it's offensive, mostly because he led with it and how well he took the Volt Switch. So he is going to go for a couple layers of spikes. I'm going to get off the Ice Beam, which is going to do a pretty solid chunk. It is not going to be a 2-hit KO after Black Sludge. And the fact that he has the Giga Drain, which is pretty obvious, but the Giga Drain does an okay amount of damage. I mean, I'm not fully invested in special defense, as I have said before, but a couple Ice Beams wears him down to the point where I know the next one will take him out, even if he does decide to go for the Giga Drain. And he actually decides to switch out here, go into his threat at Victini, and Ice Beam is going to do nothing. And I don't want to stay in because 9 out of 10 Victinis are physical, but Special Victini has been running around quite a bit lately, so I am going to stay in case he was special. And I have a feeling he didn't want to go for Recreate, fearing Gligar switching in anyway. Even though it was probably a Banded Victini. Banded Victini, 2-hit KOs, Gligar, no problem at all. But anyway, in comes this fat Snorlax. I got nothing to take care of this. I figure if it's offensive, then I can Toxic it. So I'm going to switch in my Gligar, but he goes straight for the Whirlwind, which means he's going to roar me out into my Porygon Z. Now, I get the attack boost, which is completely irrelevant to it, but I don't really have a whole lot to touch this thing. So what I'm going to do is go for the Tri-Attack, hopefully get a status, preferably the Burn, just to soften his attacks, and maybe the Paralysis, but Freeze isn't going to help me all that much, considering all I have really to take it down in one shot is my Arcanine. So I'm going to bring in Gligar again, expecting another Body Slam because he wants to get rid of my PZ, and I don't blame him because PZ threatens most of his team as his Snorlax threatens most of my team. So he's going to switch out, go into his Weavile because he knows he should preserve his Snorlax, and I am going to go for the Stealth Rock on the switch, and I'm going to switch back out into my Empoleon, expecting the Ice move because obvious Ice move is obvious. He goes for the Ice Punch, and that Ice Punch does nothing because I'll quad resist that. If that was normal, that might have taken me out if it were max damage. Not entirely sure. But here he goes for the Night Slash because he figures he can't really do much with his Weavile regardless. So I guess he leaves it in a die as I go for the Surf. And actually, Weavile is decent special defense. So even at 80%, I'm really surprised that the Surf took him out. But then again, Empoleon's in Torrent range, So I'm not entirely sure. But I'm going to switch out here, go into my Gligar because I know this thing's physical now because he went through the U-turn, and he's going to go for the Fusion Bolt just to straight kill off Empoleon, even though, honestly, I mean, he could have went for the V-Create, but I guess he was fearing Arcanine, and that's not a bad play at all. But anyway, I'm going to go into my Raikou here, and I'm going to go straight for the Hidden Power. I guess he predicted me to over-predict and go for the Volt Switch, but I go for the HP Ice, because I figure why not, because might as well not go for the Volt Switch, I'd look like an idiot. But in comes this Snorlax, I'm locked in on HP Ice, can't do anything because I'm Scarfed. Go into my other dose of Tiger Blood, and I'm going to try to proceed to go for the close combat here, and his Body Slam, of course, gets the paralysis. Now, I don't know how crucial it was to the outcome of the game, the paralysis, but that means that Arcanine cannot outspeed and hit with a close combat. But I just decided to go for the Flare Blitz on the off chance he wanted to switch out, and I live on 4 HP, but it doesn't matter in the long run because I thought he would switch either into his Victini or Gligar, which is why I went for the Flare Blitz. And because I believe the Snorlax has thick fat, it's not going to do a whole heck of a lot. But I'm going to bring in Roserade and Troll Snorlax. I get the poison and the fact that he lives in the sliver. So I'm like, yes, I can kill off the Snorlax now. But no, of course, he's at defensive set with rest, and I have to do it all over again. Minus the fact that I lost my Arcanine. So now I really have to play carefully around the Snorlax, because this thing walls almost my entire team barring Gligar at this point. So he's going to go for the Body Slam off the Sleep Talk, which is going to do a lot, and he's going to get the paralysis. I mean, I can switch out my Roserade, but I'm going to die to spikes on the switch-in, so I might as well stay in and take whatever it... And he actually goes for Whirlwind, so it kind of did it for me. But it's not that big a deal, and I'm going to be Whirlwinded out into my Raikou here, and I believe I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. There's quite a few after turn effects because Snorlax is fat. But yeah, I'm going to go for the Volt Switch here, and that is going to do a decent amount, I guess you could say. Well, that's because it was a crit. But I'm going to go to my Empoleon because his only attacking move is Body Slam. I thought I was able to take one, but I don't know what investment he has in a Snorlax. But either way, I mean, Empoleon wasn't going to be serving much of a purpose anyway because of its low health. But now I'm going to bring in my Gligar, and I know for a fact the only thing that's saving me is my Gligar. And now he's going to bring in his Hitmontop, as I'm actually going to go for the Toxic. I wasn't really predicting the Hitmontop switch. I wanted that Gligar, or not Gligar, the Snorlax to get as much residual damage as possible, so I had a better chance of KOing it. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake or two, because I know he's going to blow away my Stealth Rock with the Hitmontop, but it's not much of a big deal anymore, because I don't think any of his team is weak to rocks anyway. So with that in mind, I'm going to bring in my Roserade, which I actually should have done the turn before, so he wouldn't get up the Rapid Spin. But now he's going to go for the close combat. I mean, I guess he's limiting his Hitmontop to die. Because, honestly, it's not really doing much against my team. So I'm going to go into my Raikou here. And because he's at a pretty low amount of health, I know I can just go straight for the T-Bolt and either knock him out or to the point where Poison will kill. Or actually, I go for the Extra Sensory, which, I don't know, I like Extra Sensory on, Raikou. I mean, I know it's standard, it's just a really cool move. For whatever reason, it doesn't get Psychic. But anyway, in comes the Snorlax, which completely halts my special attackers, so yeah. But anyway, he's going to go for Body Slam. He doesn't get the para, luckily. And I believe this is... Oh no, that's his second to last poke. He still has Roserade left. And that is going to be killed off with an Earthquake. And it's going to be... it's 3-0... Or it's 2-0. And I know I can take a V-Create from Victini. because it's not an easy 2-hit KO, but it is a 2-hit KO. And he actually tricks me with a choice band, which ends up benefiting me because that means I am locked in on Earthquake, and I outspeed a Snorlax, which means I can get off 2 solid hits, and I believe that is going to give me the match. Yeah, that is the match because he just went for Body Slam, and I know he doesn't want to stall me out because he can't, because it's Choice Band Gligar. Oh my god. Oh my god, Leo's gonna kill me if he watches this. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, Smash Bros. Pro 33, signing out.